ready? We're live. And all the good stuff. Oh, long vacation, huh?
So long.
Too long. I don't know. I just didn't want to go up
maybe
against.
some
I
people-
I kept wanting to do stuff, but then
I
did I
think
want
that's yeah.
Well,
You don't wanna go,
it's.
did you ever even call in to them, to Augie and
I did,
Connor?
but they weren't on. But I'm probably gonna call in later.
Okay.
No, but I didn't really want to go up against them, and then I was like, I'll just take a week off. I don't think I'm going to be taking much time off. My wife is talking about going to the Triangle houses there in Netherlands, but I got to be honest with you, I don't want to go that much. So, typical woman with the L excuses. Yeah. Well, we got a lot today. We got a bunch of stuff to cover, get back up on.
No, the woman with the L excuses is me, because I was saying that we're gonna be, you say give them a 5-minute heads up, I give it, and then Lynn's always in there like, you should have told him earlier.
What is with you guys? So. Relax, chill, be patient. I'm back.
Lynn.
I'm back on the gay vape, which is better than the cigarettes, I guess. What have you? My team won a trophy. We qualified for.
Yeah.
The Deutsche Pokal, which apparently the team is in desperate need of financially. That was kind of nice. I don't spend much time down here anymore.
I know. It's crazy.
I didn't make
that. It's just for the stream.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stream a lot this week though.
Yeah.
I might even stream here on days that you're not here.
And remember, I'm making this live too. We got to set up a repo thing.
And then we'll do a repo stream.
It's like firsts and whatnot. Yes.
We'll do one Tuesday.
Yes. Fuck you. if you genuinely do it the day I'm not here, I'll be so pissed.
Also,
it will be a 50-50.
What do you want to do for the after show today? I know you're not. I don't know.
I don't know. I've taken a look. Like there's not really any new true crime stuff. Well, there might be that we just haven't looked at in ages, but like there's nothing like hot off the press.
I'll find some stuff. I've been watching stuff on there.
Yeah.
You know what it is? You know what's happened to true crime? Is
what's happened?
AI has taken over the thing. AI is ruining YouTube. It really is. It really it's really done a number on YouTube, and so there's a lot of crizap out there, and I usually can tell by the thumbnails, but not always if it's an AI crap.
Yeah, I'm biased. I stick to my very few true crime YouTube things that I watch.
Yeah,
Criminally Listed, little bit of that chapter now and again. He helps put me to sleep, even though I don't really like the whole format that it is in, of like all jokey and whatnot. Disturbing's pretty good as well.
JFA, is that the missing enigma new evidence? Because I watched that, and it's terribly boring for what we're trying to do for the U5. No, it hasn't officially begun yet.
Scroll up, Jesus Christ.
We haven't officially begun that. We're
doing I said never mind.
We're doing our talk. I didn't even put out the technical strain. We have a lot to talk about with him and what have you. The technical still hasn't addressed anything Eric said. Hasn't addressed him acting like an asshole at the funeral, and hasn't addressed him gassing him up. You know?
I mean, in defense of technicals, he probably had more pressing things on his mind, like the privacy, the whole privacy complaint being filed on his video probably distracted him a bit.
See, it forces me to stick up for him too. I don't think he did anything criminal in there. And then we're going to cover a little about some jerk off threatening to sue him, and I'll tell you why I don't believe it. It seems like people like he blows smoke like what's his face. Well, it's not a Billy Mitchell threat,
Yeah. I mean, if he can lie about sleeping with his mom, he can lie about doing a lawsuit.
Yeah, they're all manipulators as far as they all are. They're all manipulators as far as what do you call it? Like they want you to feel a certain way. They're influencers, the worst people on earth.
Oh yeah.
So you put one in chat if you want to get this get this going.
Or do you want to just hear the conversation that occurs over and over?
Over and over again. This is the kind of conversation we have offline.
Yeah, just the type of conversation we have offline, and then it switches to wait. Let me show you something.
You like fat? I don't think
goes back to cat videos.
I think I look more fat than ever. I think I've never weighed more in my life. So sorry about that. I don't know what you care. I really got to circle the gym. I do have it on my schedule tomorrow. So let's. Oh, we got ones in the chat. You know what that means? Let's go.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me
Most badass, you broadcast, your original drama cast, just shot from the point. Me, GD, on the other side of the glass. Welcome aboard to a new show.
Yeah.
All the latest drama. I got, you know what that is? That redhead guy?
Off the top of my head, no.
That's Chuck Cunningham. Does that name ring a bell to you?
No.
See, you know what I noticed is when I was a kid, we all watched the same sort of runs, like Happy Days, MASH, Cheers. They don't have, because of streaming, they don't have syndication. Syndication probably doesn't mean as much, probably isn't worth as much as it used to be. Chuck Cunningham, and it became they called it Chuck Cunningham for American sitcoms. He was a character written off the show without any explanation. So when they had the final Happy Days show, and that's what he's a part of, Happy Days, they didn't even mention it. In fact, they said, we have two great kids. That was like the final episode, two great kids. You know, Gilligan's Island. Yeah, I don't get the feeling that you guys, like, generation like two below me doesn't. I used to watch Happy Days all the time as a child. It's not a very good show, to be honest. So I thought this was hysterical, but it got no plus. This is to show you what a boomer I am. I thought this was funny. I stand by this bad joke. Absolutely. So I wrote Chuck Cunningham 47. Get it? Chuck Cunningham? You don't get it even.
No, I don't.
So this is the Comey 8647. So Chuck Cunningham, he's just written off. Get it? Like no explanation. My three sons.
I still don't get it. So
if he was written off, he's cut out. The 8647 thing went.
Oh yeah, you said that. What is the 8647?
It got 2 whole likes, just 2. My Twitter account has been doing a lot of shit. Thank you, Circuitry. I haven't seen it in a long time. So I thought this is really adorable.
What is that comment to it? That's what I want to know. I don't know if that's a comment. No, scroll down. I don't know if that's just that's scrolling up. Scroll down.
Scroll this one right here. Yeah. James Bitch made Cummey former director of Federal Bureau of Investigation. How about he investigate the my Puerto Rican balls and tell me if they taste like cheddar cheese or Parmesan? Well, that's not the message I was sending, but hey, now.
That's all I was seeing. But, okay. No, I get it now, Tafka. It's because we had to go through a whole lingo thing the other time too. But no, I get it. Don't worry. Remember, as Lynn says, I'm just 14.
Yeah, he got 86 from the show. Get it? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I get that now.
No, nobody's. I had a feeling this isn't getting. I thought I'd get more than 2. I thought somebody would like. But then I was proud of my 2 like tweet. You know, he's like, what the fuck does that mean? Actually, I saw 69 AOC. I thought that was fucking funny. I found these shells on the beach. 69 AOC. I wonder if they knew what that meant. Old Chuck Cunningham. I got to close the door because my wife's going to be down here fishing.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I can't have that.
Ooh, Tommy, come on.
I don't want to yell that.
Ooh.
It's the only thing about the new place that they kind of hear what's going on down here if that door's open. Otherwise, it's pretty tight. Pretty tight. So let's go over. I don't think Chuck Cunningham's. Well, did I fucking miss it? Yeah, I think I did.
What are you doing now?
I don't know. I had it. It's all fucking. I should just go down and eat crap. Actually,
probably. Well, because I think that might have been just your searching.
Is that a search?
But then you also started searching other stuff. You got a little bit.
Well, the one thing that he said, well, he's obviously been banned, and that's pretty funny. He's obviously been banned, and
I think it's a 24-hour ban. So
yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It's empty as fuck. And he, like, you know, it's funny. He sits there and he interviews these people. He puts that insane anti-Semite Ben Empanada on. And they you know, they sound like fucking like Ralph's excuses for putting on what's his face, David Duke. You know, and nobody's buying it. You know, nobody's buying it at all. He just, and what I think what I had here is he said he was just a little brain broken, but sincere in his actions. Yeah, he sincerely killed 2 innocent people that are about to get married. just unbelievable. All right, let's go on. Whatever we fucking made. Oh, Hasan Piker. Improper handling of terrorist propaganda. Is that a rule?
How do you properly handle it? Yeah,
yeah, it's a good point. No, there's a right and a wrong way to do this.
Hasan did it the wrong way.
Listen, fuckhead.
Anybody else would have got a 24-hour ban for that? Imagine if I was like, well, what's a right-wing terrorist group? I'm sure there's one. Name a right-wing terrorist group.
Let's see. I can't name one off the top of my head. I'm Googling some now.
Me neither. Oh, yeah, I guess the Ku Klux Klan, but I mean, they're not really active, are they? And that goes, I'm sure if you go on Nick Fuentes, I don't think they're terrorists. I think they're douchebags. Incel douchebags.
Yeah.
Proud young men. No, it's just like
Picklington has a request from you, you know.
Who? Picklington? What do you have?
Picklington, yeah.
What
look at his message. Okay. It says, Tommy, today is my birthday. It would mean the world to me if you told me to go fuck myself for sending such an obnoxiously long and vapid message.
You want me to record it?
I just say it, and he can clip it if he wants.
Do you want to clip it, or do you want me to send it to him directly?
I don't know. I think it's just tell him to go fuck himself.
I don't know. I think it'd be funnier to do this. I think I follow.
Okay, do it then.
Pick.
He just wants you to say it. But...
He just want me to say it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Picklington, you and your limey ass, why don't you go fuck yourself? There you go. I'm not on X. Oh, okay. I thought you followed you on X. I would have. Why don't you go fuck yourself? All right. I don't know. I don't got the kind of mean boy. Oh, yay! Well, you're welcome. Somebody mentioned Crystal Palace.
People like it. Yeah, that's Picklington.
That's Picklington? Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I was really happy for them. They won, and then Celtic lost today. It's been the year, and then I'm about to bet my mortgage on PSG because it's the year of the upset.
Oh yeah.
I talked to Will today, and he said everybody in Glasgow's wearing Aberdeen shirts. Where are they the rest of the year? Yeah, that was a huge upset.
Nah, I'm on PSG's side.
Tottenham. You want PSG? Yeah, PSG's because Messi and all them are off the team now, so they're kind of like, and Real Madrid are much more annoying. Happy birthday, Picklington. Now go fuck yourself. All right. Hasan has responded to the ban. Let's click on that. Hasan responded to the ban. Ban on Twitch, May 25th. What was yesterday? Oh, today. Hasan responded to the suspension notice the same day. reveling why streaming platform took action. As the streamer primarily broadcasts in the political community discussion, confirmed that his ex Twitter account that he's been issued a global suspension, except in those terrorist countries. While the ban is expected to remain in effect for 24 hours. Buddy. Oh, thanks so much, Worm. Could you see Hasan getting arrested for receiving money from terrorists? Alternatively, yes, I could.
Alternatively, could he pull an Andrew Tate and be a trafficker? So that was the other part.
Well, if they do it to him, I hope it's legit, and I hope it's not like some kind of bullshit, like trumped up bullshit. I don't want trumped up bullshit for him either, because if you do it if you trump stuff up and you don't do things by the book for him, that opens the door when lefties get in power to put everybody in jail, like they were trying to do in the last Biden administration. So, but I mean, if he takes takes some kind of money or sends money to a terrorist faction, that's not protected speech. I like to think he's smarter than that. I could see something like this happening to him, where he gives money to something he thinks is legit, and it turns out to be buying AK-47s, and the DOJ doesn't give a fuck, and it's like, well, you should have known type of thing. But I don't know.
You actually don't need to interact with real people.
Thank you.
Picklington donated $25. Thanks, boss.
Thanks. Yeah. Improper hailing of terrorist propaganda.
I still can't get over that phrasing. It's like, well, how do you properly handle it? We're going to get a video, and this is how you actually properly handle it.
Every blue check mark power farmer Israeli dick rider on the website. What? We're all going like this? You blow your crip?
Well, I think what he's trying to do is make hearts, but it just looks really like with the person next to him or something. Because if you look at
or are they saying every blue check power farmer looks as gay as I do in this picture?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I mean, look, he could interview terrorists. I don't necessarily have a problem, but he's pushing their fucking horseshit. Yeah, I could see him getting in trouble on something legitimate that he doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know. I'm not sure. I covered the motives of the Israeli embassy staff shooter, which TOS dictates a suspension for even critical examination of the manifesto. I believe this is a bad policy for news and freedom of the press. I'm sure you don't believe that for people you disagree with. What if the Klan was up there? That's my thing.
Somebody covering like the Dylan Roof attack.
Well, there's and they give it. Well, Dylan Roof had a tough upbringing, and he was upset with with the Great Replacement, so we just went in. He mowed down a bunch of innocent black people for worshiping. Like who would listen to this stuff? It's just like, it's okay when we do it type of crap. I do think he has the right to interview those people. But he's gone back and said that those guys weren't Houthis, though, and they have got a million. That's the thing that really gets me about him. He'll say something and then he'll go back and act like he never said it before, even though it's clippable. So it kind of proves his whole thing on Piers Morgan. He is a propagandist.
Yeah,
he's just trying to win. He's Lord Horha, which I think are legitimate targets in Geneva Convention. I don't know. I'll take the suspension, but hope Twitch changes the policy in the future. Showing violent extremists a manifesto while streaming. Examples of...
That's an example.
While denouncing it. Well, if while denouncing, that's stupid. I mean, I have to agree with him there.
Yeah. Speaking
out against terrorist organizations while displaying a recruitment video. I mean, I could see the recruitment videos being off the... This is bullshit. Why am I even trying to analyze this stuff? It's just garbage. This is done. You called it a false flag. You hate Jewish people because you're anti-Semitic. If this was an attack onto Islamic humans, you'd be attacking anyone calling it a false flag, which is he doesn't. Oh, why do you hate Muslims? You're a terrible person, and I hope your life gets turned upside down. Laughed my ass off. I didn't. Ironically enough, I was showing the motive to dispel the false flag. Yeah, you know, he's doing that thing like it's not a false flag, it's not a false flag. But let's see if we can find that. That's what I was looking for before.
Yeah.
He was doing that whole but thing. But I wish I see. This is where I had it before.
Oh, you can keep looking for it. And I
yeah,
can
I'm gonna have to go
something really quick.
Because we did.
Well, I can. Yeah, you can keep doing it. JFA just wanted to let you know that he's going in for a checkup on his freeze face and asks you to wish him luck.
He's doing a checkup on his what?
Freeze face.
What's freeze face? What's that? What are you talking about? Seriously.
What was it? You'd make fun of him, call him freeze face.
Oh, you're checking on your freeze face, the Bell's palsy. Oh, okay. Why don't you go in there dressed like Jim? Who's the wrestling guy? The guy who has Bell's palsy.
You're asking the wrong person here.
From the Jim something or other. Who's the wrestling cowboy hat guy from Oklahoma? He's got Bell's palsy. I think it'd be funny if you went in. Jim Ross, yeah. Go in dressed like Jim Ross. I think it'd be ironic. You know what I mean? It'd be too funny to me. Yeah. Who is Yeet? I feel like I don't think like it's one guy. I think it's a whole team. That's why I still think it's this is Nick Diorio. You know that, right? It's Nick Diorio. Piker wants to have Jason Greeblack on the ADL stream for a conversation. Why would you want to stream with him? He just fucking lies and screams and acts like a child. I saw Tactone say something about that. You know, like what's the point of it's the same reason I wouldn't debate technicals or anything. I mean, he wouldn't even address what I said. That's the one thing. I'll talk about that later, though. You ever get like an argument and you think when you drive home, oh, I should have said that. That was way killer. I thought about that with the technical stream. Let's see. No, I can't find it. Why does Destiny look like a it's Voldemort. I get it. Voldemort. No, I can't find it. No, he just said he had good intentions or something like that.
Voldemort.
I give up.
Ooh.
He just he had the wrong, and I think that's the guy that got him. I'm not saying it's a false flag. I'm not saying it's a false flag. He says false flag over and over again. I guess I really don't care. I don't care if he thinks it's a false flag. It doesn't matter to me. You know, but if he is doing something illegal with terrorists, arrest him. I don't know that he is, but yeah, arrest him. Put him in jail. I wish they put in I wish what they do with Hasan is take that video that he made, or the one where he goes in, because it sounded like a big bullshit story when he got interviewed by TSA or wherever it was. I'd love them to release that.
Oh yeah,
like how much you want to bet it doesn't even sound close to what he said it did. Because by working for the government for 10 years when Bell went off, and none of it sounded right. It just doesn't sound like something he would have said. I give up with all your terrorist propaganda.
Dumbass named Hasan Abi got banned off Twitch, so I think my opinion on this has changed surely.
Oh, sorry.
I don't even think I'm this relevant to the anti-Zionist cause. Okay? He's so horny for deplatforming that this is like, I've become his...
You know, there's a part of me, because I'm not a big fan of the ADL, and they don't want to platform everybody. They're complete fucking Nazis, for lack of a better word, about shutting people up. But there is something like, Tim Pool's got a rule where if like I'll protect your free speech, but I'm not going to bat for you if you go after others. And he's okay with the platforming, you know, anybody that disagrees with him. So yeah, I guess I don't have really a problem with ADL.
His you know.
Yeah, ADL started trying to steam him. I'm no fan of the ADL.
I've become this white whale that he's chasing down for some fucking reason. Okay, let's say you pressure institutions hard enough that Twitch actually enforces some sort of ban. Okay, And then what? I go on YouTube. I start my, I continue live streaming on fucking YouTube. YouTube is not going to take these kinds of pressures.
Run by Jews. What are you talking about?
Seriously. It's just totally and utterly ridiculous because guess what? Even if I'm no longer on Twitch, even if I get banned on Twitch, you think that the overwhelming majority of Americans are going to turn around and be like, you know what? I think it was awesome that Israel has been doing this unlimited child holocaust for the past 19 months. I actually changed my mind because some random fucking dumbass named Hasan Abi got banned off Twitch. So I think my opinion on this.
I don't know. Is he just deliberately dishonest? You know, if you were to be banned, it's because you support terrorism. You know. Oh, by the way, somebody got shot. It's two people who are getting married. They got blown away. And they are trying to tie it to him. But, I mean, he talks violently all the time about other people. I don't see anybody, Mike from PA or Denham's or any of these people getting away with this if the situation was reversed. I can imagine if a right-winger got banned for some of the shit that he said and reversed, I don't think I'd stick up for him. If right-wingers started talking about Jews that way, I don't think I'd stick up for them. In fact, I didn't. I'm on record. I didn't stick up for fucking Ralph when he was having a little stream when all those Jews in Pittsburgh got slaughtered for no reason. Ethan's going after Idubbbz. Do you have any more?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any more Hasan stuff, or is it just? I wish I'd have had that one video. Forget it. Let's just get rid of it.
I don't have any more, but yeah.
Okay,
There's
I never.
So much on Ethan stuff, though.
So I guess Idubbbz said he was a virgin or something like that.
Yeah. There. That one. Well.
It's something we all kind of knew this that Anita was his first girlfriend. I lost my virginity to Anissa, and he had never had a girlfriend. I've been with a woman before that. This is what he told me shortly before he started dating her. So why are you sexually invested in us? That's a decent question. You know, normally I'd be. I just think I think it is kind of awful that they're going after him sexually, but I think we all kind of knew. We knew, but we didn't know that this guy was a wreck when it came to women, and this is probably the first. We had this conversation offline. The first girl you sleep with, guys, but it usually happens in high school. You're exceptionally protective of her. And what happens is, because relationships are so vulnerable in those high school, it goes away. So I think if you sleep with somebody the first time, and by the way, sleep with somebody whenever you want. Save yourself for marriage. I'm not telling you how to fucking live. I don't think you should have to live like me. I actually have some regrets in that department. Well, I think I do. I don't know. I got all the pussy now. No, I'm just gonna be judgmental. No, wait for marriage. You know what the problem is? It's not that important when you sleep with a girl. You can sleep with a girl in your 20s or whatever. It's not that fucking important. But here's the problem with somebody like me. If I would have saved myself for marriage, I would like, wow, man, what would other chicks like? And I would have drove me crazy. I don't really have that now. What vape brand do I recommend? I don't recommend any. I say quit smoking. There you go. Never smoke anything. It's bad for you. I recommend any vape brand that gives you more than an hour of vape, 600 puffs or whatever it is here in Germany. Yeah, it's super important. Yeah. But I think the problem is if I hadn't slept around a little bit before I got married, I'd have been a lot more curious. And when I got married, I wasn't curious. So that's one of the upsides. But so imagine sleeping with a girl first time when you're like 25. Yeah, you're gonna be more bonded to her, which I suppose could be a good thing. But it also because you never checked into the Sowing Your Oats Hotel, you're going to have a very different view on things in general. So I always thought that. That's fucking funny.
A political streamer. So this is something they're...
Hasan isn't good enough to do other things, so he's more qualified. Bitch, the reason why Hasan's a political streamer is because he ain't good enough to be entertaining playing video games. He ain't. Nobody would watch that shit at all. The only reason why he has an audience is because he appeals to leftist extremists. They are his go-to fucking guys. That's like saying Toho Sniper is the best gacha streamer because he's the only content creator that doesn't play anything else. But the reason why that is because he's not entertaining enough to do that. That doesn't make him more qualified. That makes him...
I think it goes both ways, too, because people want to hear their opinions back to them for some fucking reason. I don't really understand that. It seems pretty fucking boring. Guess who I don't watch? Like, I'll go back to them every so often and get clips, but I never sit down and I never listen to, like, a right-wing streamer or a right-wing, because it's boring. I hear all the shit that I already believe, you know? That's why I listen to, like Rogan and stuff, because he's this way. Like, I've got a good feel for him now, but when I started listening to him, you know, he might actually have a different opinion. But people in general just want to hear their shit fed back to them. I'm probably, if I had to guess, people that are my wavelength, they want me to just regurgitate shit to them. They probably don't even realize it. But he's right. I mean, Hasan's got no talent. Video games, why? He's not a good performer. Oh my God! Oh my God! Did you see that? I mean, that's 90% of them.
That's crazy.
But that's crazy. Do you believe you said that? Yes, I believe. I just heard it, fuckface. You know, I heard it. Idiot.
And this was right before he started dating Anissa. He was a virgin. He had never.
I do think this is. Is it okay? Like, I mean, maybe I know my audience wants to hear. I do think it's lousy that he dropped this. I'm sorry. I think it's lousy. I do. It has nothing to do with the debate with him. But I guess the one way you could look at it is Ethan has been talking about being more ruthless, and he should, and so is Anissa Joma, so he's going to drop it on him.
Even kissed a girl.
I mean, I guess one thing to put in, I'm not sure of the timeline.
Yeah.
Because I honestly get this shit mixed up. I don't know if, I don't think you know, but I don't know if it was before or after that Noah Samson interview thing where they brought up the skulls. And if it was after and when, like, Idubbbz is laughing over that, then I don't know if that inside. If not, then it's. I mean, it's lousy either way.
Well, look, Ethan is not afraid to get dirty. I'm just saying in general. And this is the pot calling the kettle black take, because I've gone pretty low before too. But I'm just saying in normal life, not internet life, this is probably not the best way to go. You know, I'm just saying that. I'm not disavowing it. I'm not. This is like really. It doesn't really say anything. All right, so he waited forever. He couldn't get laid because he was weird. And I don't so what.
And then he met Anissa, who took his virginity, and everything else.
It does make sense.
He snatched it away.
The thing is about it, and he knows this. It makes sense. It makes sense. He's completely. I think what Ethan's trying to do here is say this guy's like. He's detached. He is detached. But I don't know. In normal circumstances, this is kind of like lousy.
Everything makes so much sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. He's right. Tactone's right.
Everything makes so much sense.
Oh, boy, I got a bone to pick with Tactone, too.
By that crack whore of a girlfriend he has. And now he's so beyond any type of rationale. Because she's just using him to push her agendas online. Man, bro got insta-cucked immediately, mind broken, NTR'd. That is insane.
But also, that's just the context there. A little funny gag. It's a humorous little gag. I like the detail. It's funny.
Okay, this was kind of random by Ethan, but I guess everyone is just being really shitty to him, so he's sort of fighting back with the same sort of energy here.
Oh, by the way, no sympathy, because any man who gets that broken by a woman is already weak to begin with. No sympathy for Ian.
I'm gonna give like a sort of.
He had never had a.
I saw him take a shot at Chud.
Yeah.
And Chud said that this guy, when he was up and coming, I guess he doesn't need him anymore. And I like, look, when you really want, like, people ask me all the time, like, how are you able to see, like, Johnson was a complete fucking bag of shit. That's how I treated other people. And other people I don't like Bionic Pig. Like, it went too far. Like teasing Bionic Pig, you know, like Nick makes a crack about Bionic Pig. John Swan makes it a career goofing on him, you know. So I found out that Tacton had asked him to play fucking video games in the past, you know, after he took a swing at him. I mean, if he wants to sit there and say he doesn't like drama creators and what have you, even though he's kind of become a drama creator too. I know he plays games. I know he does other things. But it's just, it's good for Chud. Chud needs a little bullying from time to time. It will only empower him. No, I think he actually made Tactone look pretty bad. So, you know, it's just something to see. Like, I saw problems with, you especially got to do with your political stuff. Like, who's the black chick? Candace Owens. I saw what she did to, although it's not like I care, but like, I saw how she backstabbed Andy Warski a little bit. Well, there was a sign of things to come. You know, if you want to know who to avoid, even if you like them, if they're treating other people a certain way, well, they're going to treat you that way eventually. You know, that's my take. So Tacton, I thought that was kind of like why that much fervor over Chud? If you just said, like, I don't like that kind of content, but then again, he's already asked him to play, you know, Fortnite in the past, so I guess he wasn't that bad. And then pretending not to know him, which is the ultimate, like, celebrity low flow. Who is this guy? I have no idea who this guy is. You know, get the fuck out of here. So, but when you're right, you're right. It does make so much sense. Hasan got a little shout out from Time Magazine. Yeah, they may be done with him. The left may be done with him. I do like that.
Put his name next to Kanye's.
Social
but
platform.
If you read the article, and you'll see.
Yeah, I know. More scrutiny. Jewish sports fans in Amsterdam last November. Yeah, they tried to make that was just two ultra groups going at each other. It wasn't. They were asking people their IDs and shit if they're Israeli. That's not just ultras. Because the Maccabi Haifa ultras acted like animals in Amsterdam. Just like every ultra group does in Europe. I'm not an ultra. I'll never be an ultra. I have no interest in being an ultra. It's just not a group of people I would ever want to hang out with. I know a Frankfurt ultra, and he's kind of cool, but it's like he's like in a gang. You know, I don't want to be in a gang. You're a follower. He's a good guy, though. But last November, Hasan Piker, the most watched streamers on Twitch, spent hours seemingly minimizing the attack. Oh, that's true. The rapper Kanye West streamed a song called Hello, Mr. Hitler. And promoted on X, racked up millions of views. Banned in Germany. Some guy warned me, they're going to come to your house because you retweeted it. Whatever. They can come to my house if I retweet it, if it gets some traction. It's fucking multi-million hit video. And I retweeted it to criticize it. Ethan explains why he decided to expose Idubbbz. I never planned on sharing that story, but after seeing Called the Skulls humorous, I realized there's nothing
Okay, so that fixes
they won't say or do. Well, you know, he says in Willie's video, which we probably should watch, he says like he's against it, and then he's okay with it at the same time. He contradicts himself. There's something else I said to Willie, and you guys listen up when I say this. Does anybody believe? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe this. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. Does anybody really believe that he found empathy and he was being sincere? Because I can translate what that really means right for you right now. I really would. Quick show of hands. No, nobody believes it. I guess the way I said it, that he found it. Nobody believes it. Here's what I found empathy at 30 means. Oh, God, nobody buys it. Okay. And because I don't think he's like a sociopath or anything. When I was coming up on Shot from the Point, I had arguments with hockey producers that were woke, or hockey personalities that were super woke, from Puck Daddy. And I remember this one guy who got Me Too'd years before Me Too. His name was Harrison Mooney. He was actually on the show. You can search him up here. And I remember when he followed me, and he was kind of talking about his political growth in a religious context. And he used the word empathy. I'm collecting more empathy. And I think that's what the sort of woke left-wing, more extreme shit promises you. It promises you sophistication and this higher level of empathy, almost like they're achieving a moment of Zen. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about really like a cultist. And I know that's thrown out by Tim Pool, and I know everybody likes to use it as an ad hom for people that disagree with him. That's not what I'm saying. I don't believe that. I don't believe that he was unempathetic when he was making those videos. I don't think he achieved it. What he's talking about is like, now I'm on the path. And before you say he's stupid, which I don't think he is either. I just think he's just dishonest, and I think that typology ideology. That's why he can contradict himself. I'm not contradicting myself. You just don't understand how deep I am. So that's really what it comes down to. He didn't fight. He reached a moment of whatever fucking he believes in. And that's the thing about lefties. They never have to identify exactly what they believe in. But so they use the word empathy. Sounds nice. Like more empathetic, more people. It doesn't sound terrible. You know, I'm just being empathetic. And you notice, like, nobody hates like a liberal. When these people are cross, they're fucking vicious. You go no further than to his wife's Twitter account. She's as vicious as they come. But I think for her, it's climbing the ladder. For him, it's more like he was having an existential crisis, and this filled the void. I reached this level of empathy. I talked about this with William Mack. It's just a complete lack of a moral framework as a result of being spineless. No, I don't even think it's that. I think it's, I think, you know, you're 27 years old, you come into a bunch of fucking money and you start asking myself, what's it all about? I think actors do this too. And am I really special? And then you have all these people telling you're special. And then you go, yeah, I am. I'm special. I'm different. I'm better. And then you just adopt a religion. I think he's very dishonest with everything he does. See, I don't think he sees that way because here's a ghost gaming. I think he's dishonest with everything else. He doesn't care about anybody else's feelings as long as it benefits him. Well, that's true and stuff like that. But, you know, here's another thing. His content cop videos prior to this one are airtight. And I believe that he was sort of like Nick DiOrio with T-crossing I dotting with his takedown videos in the past. I'm sorry, you cannot pull them up now and find anything dishonest. I've never heard Leafy make a good argument or anybody make a good argument against his past content cop videos, only that it was harassment, the same shit that he does now. Tommy, who's crashing out more, Bobaks or Idubbbz? Bobaks by a long shot. I don't think he's crashing out in the simple sense. I don't think he's going to bed and saying, boy, I fucked that up. I think he's going to bed thinking, I've raised my level of empathy. And I'll give you an example. When he was completely delusional, I was like, wait till Creator Crash gets canceled or something happens. Everybody's I'll take responsibility for that. That's on me. But the internet might not feel the same way, Ethan Klein. That's complete delusion. He has no idea the impact that it had because he always sees through this lens of this new empathy that he found. So I think I think if you asked him, and I think you put him on a lie detector, he'd be saying he's doing just fucking dandy. Her, on the other hand, she's going to want results. She's going to want to be able to move into whatever agenda she has or with those groups of people and what have you. She's a little different. She's having no crisis. She wants power over people. If he keeps going like this, he'll also lose his house. I don't know. Creator Crash Clay. No, it's been canceled. Yeah, it's been pretty much canceled at this point. Is that the case? Creator Crash Clay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
yeah, and I people are. Do you see the outrage against Ethan Klein over it? I mean, no, I think he's like I think he's more like somebody that's gotten into Scientology. And I got news for you. It's always people like if you go in a cult, you must be stupid. If you look at some of the people that join Scientology, they're not stupid people. They're empty. Yeah. They're empty people, and they get kind of. I don't think it's anything done in intelligence. I was told, I don't know if this is true or not, but that people that have lower IQs can't be hypnotized, and people with higher IQs can. I mean, I think people that are stupid would look at the whole woke. Like, I don't get it. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I better say that when somebody says something. That's dumb. People that kind of throw themselves into, they're not necessarily stupid. They're empty. And when they're empty, you want to fill that void. I don't have a fucking problem. I don't really give a shit anymore. I had that problem in my 20s. And I went to the stage like, okay, I'm 26, 27, I'm done. What have I done shit with my life? Nothing. You know?
Yeah.
And I found something to do. And then when you have kids, nothing fucking, after you have kids, nothing matters. None of the bullshit matters. You know, unless it has related to your kids. Office Space is a great movie. Yes. You're channeling me, David. I was talking about it with Will today. And what's the point of that movie? He was in the wrong career. That's like the whole point of the movie. At the end, he's in the construction job. And remember, he has a conversation with the guy next door, the dopey Texas guy next door. And you sit in that cubicle all day. When I build something, it's there. I saw it. I watch it erect. Very satisfying thing. Sometimes, I think working class jobs fit the personality. My brother is Virginia Tech grad.
Mm-hmm.
Way smarter than I am. A killer academically. He's he makes more money in working class. He's got a working class job, in the government, doing soldier type shit.
Yeah.
Because I know what he's talking about. When I joined the Army, I was like, where was this my whole life?
Yeah.
You went from trades to an office job. So you can read. Yeah, it's not always for you. Like sometimes, like my dad was a corporate man. He loved that. He enjoyed it. I fucking hated it. And I was much happier in the Army. Officers are soulless, exactly. But, some people can really move up in that environment. I think it's just, what's your temperament?
Yeah.
I really do believe that. You're an academic. You're probably going to be in school the rest of your life,
Yep.
Don't do, like, if you're really smart and people are like, well, you should be a lawyer, you should be a doctor. Unless you have a passion, don't do it. Do what you're passionate about. Do what you're passionate about. If you're lucky, you'll get to do it. That's half the problem.
I think my parents originally wanted me to follow their steps and go into civil engineering. And I think
are you passionate about it?
I was. No, I hate math.
Don't do it.
Not exactly.
Don't do it.
I wouldn't mind working in the office setting of it.
And maybe working. Yeah.
Actually doing what my parents do now.
My wife loves her job. She's passionate about it. They say, like, when I was never happier than when I was in the Army. And they say when you do your passion, you never really work a day.
Oh, yeah.
One of the smartest people I know is lecturers. I knew infantry guys that were, even Vega makes fun of, like, dumb grunts. And there's, the stereotypes there for a reason. But I met guys that they could have taken a smarter, quote unquote, MOS like me, but they weren't satisfied. A lot of them became officers and leaders. Check those tweets about the video that was about hacks that was allegedly taken down by the Melee community. 200K, announces new upload version. Ooh.
And that is already getting targeted again.
It is horseshit. I got to stick up for technos on this. Now, when I heard that they were doing the information, I was like, man, I don't think he did that. The private
privacy
information,
complaints?
yeah, privacy complaints,
Yeah.
99% bullshit.
I think he thought that maybe it was from the group chat. But if it was, that's like dumb as shit. Because it was. I think he was speculating that it might have been from the group chat messages.
Maybe. I don't know. But it's ridiculous. Here's more Idubbbz. I want to get back to him though. What's this? Shows his empathy off. Let me hear this. Who's this guy that's interviewing? Do you have any idea, Mr.
That's Noah Sampson. That's the.
One last
pretty sure
question.
that's Noah
Did
Sampson,
you
the guy who
send
did
the
whole-
skulls?
Yes, we sent it. Official Captain Blanco.
What is your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
I didn't send the skulls. I don't know. I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous to hear that. Especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or some shit like that. That made it funny.
Yeah. Just a death threat to a father, a family.
Yeah, was it a death threat?
I don't know. The symbolically it is. Wasn't a death threat? Is it technically a death threat? Yeah, there's the empathy.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. Skulls.com with the serial number still attached and the packaging still on it.
To be honest, I didn't know anything about it because I think it was linked to as like was it a response to my content com? Or was that before? I don't even remember.
Do you think he sent the skulls himself?
I don't. Let's put it this way. I don't endorse sending skulls to anyone's house.
Why not? It's funny. Seriously, I'm being quite literal. Why not? It's funny. Who cares? It's got the packaging on it. You know it's not a joke. Why not? Because it's a death threat. Let's be honest here. It's not a dog whistle. It's a skull. It's a skull. What does a skull symbolize? Death. What do the pirates have? What do they put on fucking bottles when something's dangerous? Skulls. Like, who are you kidding? Yeah, I do think they probably overreacted that a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's a death threat. Yeah, it is. Maybe not a full-throated one. Maybe not like a literal one. But you said somebody's skulls. It means skulls mean death. Someone said sending Medicare potatoes is funny. Someone said eating skulls is not. If they were in their packaging with the serial number, it is a little like, all right, come on. But it is kind of a death threat at the end of the day. And I think the thing, I would have kept mine. I would be perfectly honest with you. No, what are they, $2-3 grand or something like that? Yeah, and he clearly didn't know. So my point is, if it's funny and it's harmless, then why disavow it? Oh, because you're a hypocrite.
What if they ordered?
They didn't pay for it yet.
What if they ordered from skulls.com?
If you run skulls,
yeah. So it just doesn't make any sense. Actually, it makes me want to go to Willie's video because Willie did a great takedown. I thought. Oh, I'm going up against fucking Nick. Fuck. That's my other problem. I gotta talk to him about when he's going on. I can't do shit when Nick's streaming.
I'm sure there's
Let's see. Empathy.
This fun sentiment I. So what's the chances that they chose the swastika one? That's
Well.
Where we had it situated to protect us and the charity. You have no power over us. You're just an asshole. The remaining business partners have seemingly tried to get Harley back on the card.
Kind of was very easy for me to separate. And then when, you know, it was like Ian and Anissa are stepping down. You want to come back? I was like, that was never a problem for me.
Wow. Wait a minute. So wait, they dropped down and then they tried to bring you back to the table?
What do you know? You didn't know that?
When the event fails, and it seems like it's going to, Ian has already planted the seeds to blame Ethan.
Can't wait for them to blame us for their failed event. Don't worry, Hila. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability for anything, so that will rest solely on my shoulders.
It actually does, though. Why is he being sarcastic?
But I can't speak for the internet. The internet might actually...
To me, that's delusion. And just not knowing and just being completely wrapped up in your little cult.
Blame you guys for it.
How stupid does he think we are? His own fighters aren't fooled by this.
Ian and Ethan are now doing this YouTube battle against each other, going through this drama war. Creator Clash is receiving a lot of collateral damage.
I think in his mind, he didn't think it would cause any damage at all. I mean, you can rationalize anything.
So funny, everyone was saying like, oh, I hate H3, how H3 actually got Creator Clash to get some negative air. They see, this is the thing, Idubbbz made a video about them.
Yeah.
He, the founder of Creator Clash, made a video about these other people who are creating drama. They, you know, so I'm saying like this is like this thing
and
where
it's like, I'm not gonna tell Ian what to do. It's not my place to be like, Ian, maybe you shouldn't like do that. Because the rest of us might kind of catch some strays from it.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, it's like it feels like Ian and I we're friends walking down a sidewalk, and he gets stung by a wasp, and he's like, oh, and he looks up and there's a wasp nest there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a wasp nest. And he pulls out a bat, and he runs up and hits that wasp nest and comes back. He's like, ha, I showed that wasp nest. And I'm like, uh-oh. And all the wasps come flying out.
That's a great metaphor.
And they start stinging us, both of us. Mostly him because he was but I'm like I'm getting stung. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't come on this walk to get stung by wasps. Why'd you go hit the wasp nest? Yeah. And he's like, all right, the only thing to do here to protect you is to run away. And so he runs away, and now I'm like, I'm just okay, I guess they're following him, but I'm still kind of getting stung here. Not really what I signed up for.
The content cops have this patronizing language of take accountability and be an adult, yet Ian's the one who needs to grow up. You're dressed like a skinhead, missing a tooth, and hanging out with the most deplorable and dishonest people online. Just in my last video, Denims was lying about being a victim of Destiny to try and get some free clout. When all the recording showed was her admitting to staying in Destiny's apartment and having sex with a dude for 2 days without Destiny's permission or knowledge.
I don't know how you feel 100% because you don't talk about any of this.
I love that Destiny had the brains to turn on the recorder.
Stuff, which is fine. So like, if you're like in an awkward situation, right? I'm trying to be a good guy and give you.
Imagine having explained this to her. I wouldn't have even explained this to her. I would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Like, hey, well, my apartment is open.
But he knew who she was because he hangs around scumbags.
Want to go in, so that gives you the ability to either say like, oh no, it's okay, I'll go with, or okay, thanks for offering, I'll go to your apartment. That wasn't like bring into my apartment for him to have free reign in here for a day. Holy shit, that is so weird. Why would you put me in this weird spot where I have to come home and see an incredibly creepy guy that is such a weird position in my community that's been trying to get me to stop talking to my ex-girlfriend because he's trying so hard to her, is now somebody else in my bed, dragging his hairy balls across my blankets, okay?
And she's sitting there laughing about it.
Oh my god. And so we leave for an hour. It's like, holy shit, that's weird. So we leave for an hour and come back and your ball's still there. Oh god.
Now I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We are friends with Denim.
You're friends with someone who's trying to throw themselves in as a revenge porn victim for clout. And I don't even want to get into Frogan.
The best thing that you can do for me is to support Creator Clash. Buy a ticket, buy a pay-per-view ticket, an in-person ticket, or donate to the fundraiser.
No.
I just want to see this event do well.
The arena is still completely empty. There's entire sections of the floor seats that haven't sold anything. He had 9 million views in promotion for this event, and it's failed horribly. None of these comments are actually talking about it. They aren't even talking about the content of the video. Everyone's just memeing. Idubbbz leaves out so much context. The complaints he has about Ethan aren't even significant to the audience. It's amazing. Idubbbz is so selfish, he couldn't even remain the sole cuck. He decided to cuck his whole charity event. He's like, nah, I'm not participating. I prefer to just watch the whole fest burn down.
And in closing, I will reiterate so that, there's no ambiguity about it. Anissa and I are no longer involved in Creator Clash. We're stepping down completely. We hope that the event is a massive success this year. We hope that all of the fighters get what they wanted out of it.
They won't now. Moral of the story, you can cuck yourself. You might even be able to cuck your wife. But if you cuck a charity event full of people who've been preparing for it over the last year, just a couple of months before it goes live, you can call that empathy. But I might call you an asshole. And I don't mean it in the same way Hasan means it, where he calls everything racist. Someone says they don't like using a bidet while vacationing in Japan. Racist.
Kind of fun in the beginning, and now it's just getting really, really annoying. I just kind of want to wipe my butt like a normal person.
Wait, what? Why is he making it seem like you have to wash your ass? Bro, here's how you want to know something about...
I think he just wanted to wipe his butt like he's normal, or not normal, but the way he's used to doing it. But hey,
white
supremacy. What do I know?
You want to know something about white supremacy? You can go anywhere on the planet. If you're white and you criticize something, no one thinks you're a barbaric cave.
Now you hear that? Are you glad the ADL's after him? Because that's the kind of shit they pull, and now they're pulling it on him. They got hand signals, and they really mean going okay means you're a Nazi. And now he's doing good. I hope they take him down. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't care. Even if it's wrong, I don't care at this point.
Caveman. But because he's fucking white and he's in a non-white country, people still don't understand that is literally a barbarian going, grug, That is internalized white.
I just like he internalized white supremacy. I think he just likes the old-fashioned way.
Supremacy inside of all of us, where because the Western world, the Western ethnocentric, Anglo-Saxon domination is so fucking pervasive that we look at that and our immediate reaction isn't like, oh, he's a barbarian.
Yo, this guy's retarded. Someone calls him stupid, racist dog whistle.
Hasan didn't mean to insult me. He simply reached the narrow limits of his understanding of the world. Dude,
Oh, it's a CPS thing. Hold on a second. This is what
To be honest, I'm very proud that I didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Neela's defense, because when you look into the story, it actually looks a lot for Ethan and Neela.
Okay.
And I do mean that literally. There was this H3 stream where Ethan was dumping as per usual. He was talking about his own health. He was talking about his...
Yeah, this guy made a video about him dumping, and he put a fucking same video. He put him crying to a psychiatrist. It's really funny. And the fact that he can't see it is... That's because he's in a cult.
Caca breath, his dog having diarrhea, his dog having giardia.
Olive has giardia. It's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
His child running around putting things in their mouth.
Sonny's...
That's pretty normal.
Crawling around, he's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
The whole family possibly having giardia.
You know what I found out giardia was? Diarrhea.
It's just a fancy word for...
and most people don't even go to the... If I had the exact... Want to be... I'm being anti-Semitic. I'm being stereotypical. Every time somebody gets a little... Like the diaper gets ready, they probably run to the fucking hospital or run to the doctor, like Jews, over every little thing. And that's the only reason they know it's giardia. If I had to guess. Oh, he's got that. We got to take him to the doctor. Look, I grew up with Jews in New York area. I don't know, but European Jews seem to be a little bit different. Like, I don't see fucking Seth doing that.
I haven't been around any.
Yeah,
so.
but they kind of react like that, and Jewish moms are. I mean, they could be a little overbearing, So they like, well, what do we have? It's giardia, and it's just fucking diarrhea. And yes, children put everything in their mouth, but a detached idiot like Idubbbz doesn't know that.
Oh, and now Hila has giardia.
Shut. For real?
And now I think this morning I had diarrhea.
I bet everybody listening to this has had Giardia. Every single person listening to this has had Giardia. And they said, oh shit, I got the runs. Let's have a fucking banana. And forgot about it and did not go to the doctor over it. I guarantee you.
Oh my God.
Mentioned diarrhea a lot.
Crazy diarrheas like in the middle of the night. All the time he's having these crazy diarrheas. You wash your hands as best you can, but these are really nasty diarrheas.
I guess this is all you need to justify calling CPS, according to Ian.
Yeah, so, of course, Ethan, having made so many enemies over the years, other people react to his content. And when other people see that he's talking about his children getting Giardia from dog poop, people are...
Yeah, see, nobody knows what Giardia means. So they think it's something like unique.
Quite reasonably concerned. And so, yes, anyone who's seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS, including Ethan's own chat, which, by the way, is not a measly number. It's about 26,000 at the time of this stream.
What's more likely, Ethan's chat laughing and goofing around?
It's irrelevant either way.
Or Denim's chat saying call CPS and then CPS shows up 3 days later. It's obviously Denim's. He's being dishonest. Ian also says that it's completely reasonable to call CPS over kids getting Giardia. It's not. You do one Google search, talk to any doctor, you'll find out that it's extremely common among children. The idea that parents can't tell a story about how their kids got sick without having to worry about a CPS call is frankly insane. Ethan's kid didn't even end up having Giardia, not that that matters. It's wild that Ian puts the blame on Ethan.
Why does it have to be anyone else's fault but your own? Take some fucking responsibility.
For what? Do you think he called CPS on himself? Is it his fault people want to murder his wife too? Yes, according to Ian.
They just implied that we are okay with people using CPS as harassment.
You literally just said you were okay with it.
He did, bingo. He's okay with it. He said, "Oh, your own fans could have called it. Anybody could have. They could have been concerned. And now, how dare you imply that we're okay with it, even though he just said we were okay with it." It's so
when
funny.
Other people see that he's talking about his children getting Giardia from dog poop, people are quite reasonably concerned.
Is Ian okay? Did a lizard person...
And then that guy went on and say he made up a story about there dog pooping all over the place.
Kill him and start wearing his skin? Brother, put back on your glasses and uncross your eyes because you're not seeing straight. This guy got called a simp and a cuck, realized that people being mean to you on the internet wasn't fun, and then deleted all of his content cop videos because he found empathy. But this is the most soulless and cruel video he has ever uploaded. Even at the end of the video when he says he's crying for Ethan, he's really crying for himself.
You know, I also see the dynamic.
Yeah, this is the guy who said emotional dumping. That he emotionally dumps, even though that's like who... I've heard Ian say that what he's trying to do with that show over there was Howard Stern-esque. I don't know anybody that emotionally dump up in their personal life and tried to make it funny than Howard Stern.
Dynamic of Ethan and Neil, like it's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner, and it's like, okay, like if you come to their defense, if that doesn't always help them, right?
This guy's like, what a pussy.
Sometimes that makes it worse for them.
Okay, so now imagine it's not just him and his wife. It's his entire family, his employees, his pets. Use that empathy, buddy. I want to wrap up this segment on empathy by talking about some racist dog whistles. And I don't mean it in the same...
Whatever. Let's go back. Melee community just got his shit taken down.
There's a second photo to that.
There is.
Click the arrow.
I would like to inform you to receive a privacy concern. Yeah, I'd like to know what it was. Yeah, it's all bullshit. Honestly, if those people had any fucking brains, they would just shut up, because Technicals can only move his own audience. Nobody else. Nobody else. I mean, do you really think look, I volunteered. I mean, if you were a good YouTuber, there's no way you put in... And I knew he would put me in the video and hope to gain any fucking ground at all. Like, how are you going to do that? I mean, he even goes on and says, I'm not getting any fucking views, which is true. Why put me in? I know, because I got you. I got you, bitch. I got you. Got you. Yeah, he was fucking pissed off. He's like, I'll send a bunch of harassment his way, and he'll bow down. Fuck out of here, who cares? If anything, hey, you know how many messages I got? I counted them prior to me doing the stream last Monday. You know how many? Do you know how many?
How many?
5. 1 was in support. 5.
Wow.
That's tweets and on there. Now since then, that's more than been broken. I think it's well over. But I don't think it's more than 30.
Yeah.
1 was at 5. 1 was in support. And he's like, you're gonna get a lot of hate for this. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I'm not.
Well, even during the stream we did, like, yeah, there were people in chat, but most of them were very civil, and it was like a whole, like, you could say, like, okay, well, okay, I understand your point of view, and they were the same. There are probably a couple of people who were just like,
no, and that's the thing we can't get, because like when I regretfully stuck up for Zero, or not even stuck up for him, but I wanted to give him a, like, all right, people make mistakes. He was young. He's a douchebag like fucking Ian. I think it has more to do with immaturity, a lot of this stuff. I don't believe this about Zero. No, I do think he's a predator. I absolutely do. But at the time, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I said, this is more to do with being a video game person, incredibly immature. But when he showed absolutely no remorse, that's a predator. And I gave, and I like, and then he still attacked me anyway in that video, which is why I don't like him. Like, there's no, you have to be 100% on his team or not. And even in that part that he said, like, I don't need you, that's what I was talking about in the part that he clipped. I wasn't talking about me. He doesn't need me. No, certainly. But the commentary community definitely needs, because he threw a big fit when they all said they wouldn't support the Zero shit. He needs 100% support, because he's a fucking pussy. And he knows I know he's a pussy. Can't say why. I found something out about you, and I laughed the whole week. You're not as tough as you look. Oh, please don't. Oh, please. Oh, please. He knows. He knows now. He knows I know. So that's why I put me in the video. But I mean, one of the things I wish, like the one thing, he starts off the video with a mistake that we corrected, plays 3 things I said about him that he never addresses, calls me a drunk, which I'm a little disappointed. I thought he'd be more creative because he is funny, and says, don't embarrass yourself. And that's pretty much the whole thing right there. It's the whole section on the commentary community. Me, the lowest ring in the ladder. And yeah, it's like it was a kind of a trick. So you get something I got wrong that was corrected during the stream, and it's like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, and therefore I don't have to address anything he said. Like, you gassed him up, which he did, and we showed that he was a fucking liar with his tweets. He gassed the shit out of him. And something Willie Mack told me that we didn't know about. Oh yeah, it's in fact, let's go to his video again. I'll add this to the
Well,
other
I mean,
one.
while you do that, I do remember. I still do find it funny. I was like, but Tommy, here's in private DMs where I'm just telling him, wow, I didn't realize you dropped the video.
Yeah, like, look, I told him in private DMs, the infinite ban. Where's the one when he's constantly apologizing? And Willie made a really interesting point when he paid those, because it shows him apologizing over and over and over and over and over again. Apologies. Okay, yeah, no, hacks. Like, watch this.
For months, and then literally never.
Personal feud.
September 9, 2001.
Basically turned it into the entire community's problem. So far, in fact, that I need to extend an apology to Leffen for some of the things that I said about him along the way, as they were uncalled for.
Yep, a couple days later.
How's it going, everyone? It's Hacks. I must sincerely
a little less than a year later.
To Leffen and also Jisoo. What's going on, everyone? It's Hacks. First one that I want to address is my controversy with Leffen from a couple of years ago. I just wanted to know that I'm truly
What he
sorry
said,
for
I mean,
all
you're
of that.
constantly the apologies themselves are the problem, because he's constantly putting one out after another. And he's using this like, oh, he already apologized for his sins, even though the sin he supported.
Despite our differences, I respect him a lot as a competitor, and I'm sorry for ever projecting that type of negativity.
He's using this like, they're acting like he never apologized. Here's a million apologies.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but constantly apologizing is kind of freaky.
for the hyperbole and paranoia that I exhibited on the original video. I confess that this was unnecessary. While the metagame revision was triggering, it wasn't the end of the world as I made it out to be. I apologize to Leffen and the community for projecting that narrative. I'd also like to sincerely apologize to...
Here's another thing I didn't say. He's still apologizing, looking more and more old as time. He scared the fuck out of everybody.
Leffen, who I've wronged very extensively.
But there's
throughout this
something he
process,
omitted.
Despite the fact that I've gone well out of my way to try to never admit to that. Leffen, I'm sorry to you for the pain and suffering that I've brought to you over the course of these past few years. As I've confided in you before, I'm not in the best of health. I hope that despite everything that's happened,
He was threatening to kill himself and then erasing the tweets. Technicals left that off the entire video.
Completely, yeah.
That's, you know why? Because I've said that these guys were right for the wrong reasons. No, they were 100% right. If that's the case, if he would write something and says, I'm going to kill myself, blah, blah, blah. He said something like that before he stepped in front of a train, that he missed his friends and all that stuff. That's freaking everybody out. And then he becomes suicidal and it proves their point. That was absolutely 100% had to be in the video, but it's impossible to defend. You cannot have somebody at your events that is constantly threatening suicide. We actually have a rule about it in the goddamn Discord. You cannot constantly do this. The apologies were insincere. I don't know if they're insincere or not. I don't think this guy can control himself. I have nothing but empathy for this guy.
Could have been sorry in the moment.
My issue is that he was gassed up. That he was
him.
gassed up. The only fucking thing he'd come up with are DMs that I couldn't possibly know about. And, you know, I was talking about the stuff that happened in 2021 when I knew him. And I saw him gassing him up. And then we showed you the tweets when he was gassing them up. Tacticals gassed him up. He will never fucking address that. Tacticals acted like an absolute jackass at that funeral. He certainly is never going to address that. And what he's really never going to address is what I think is, Verse came up with it. If you did such a great job, why can't you sleep? He'll never address that. What he'll do is show a mistake that I made that was cleared immediately to show his fans, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not one of us. That's what he'll do. So, fine. Did he really think I give a fuck? I don't need you. My channel's bigger than you. I've been hearing that since it started. You know, because I know why people don't like me, because 90% of YouTubers, including people I admire, don't punch up if they think it's going to hurt their career. And I've always been too stupid not to do that. And I got to be honest, it don't hurt my career one way or another, and it's kind of over anyway. So, but leaving that out is huge.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I talked to Willie about making, and this goes too. Like, I talked to Willie about making a video. I go, you would kick this out of the park if you did it. I mean, there's nowhere he could go do it. He's like, there's nothing in it for me. It's a small thing, and you're never going to move Technicals in beds. You're never going to move one way or another. Well, who cares? And here's the thing, his audience doesn't give a shit. They care about, you know, Destiny, Hasan, and Ethan right now. So none of them are going to do it. And I think the reason he called my section commentary community, because he probably secretly believes that there's some kind of conspiracy there of them telling me to do it. No, nobody tells me what the fuck to do. And they might give me a suggestion, but I didn't even get that. I mean, everybody I've talked to about this, Chud hasn't covered it, as far as I know. It's really, nobody cares except me. That's it. And I want the world to know that you gassed them up. Yeah, Destiny, Hasan, Ethan. And that's another thing. I was sick of Destiny, Hasan, Ethan. You know?
It was a nice little break from it.
Yeah. It was fun. I volunteered my emotional labor, I guess. I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to mean. It's a fucking YouTube show.
You're doing charity work.
Look, it says more about him. He gets emotional about this because I know you cried. I know about you crying. I know about you crying, Technicals. I do. I know about it. It was funny. When I heard the story, it was funny. Ye covered technicals. Well, that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't think
One last question. Did you send the skulls?
We saw that already.
Yes, we did.
We did. Tactone implies that he isn't entertaining. Yeah, we already saw that. And that's all I got. Unless you got something, I want to look at other stuff. If you got it, I want to send some stuff.
Yeah, I've got a couple. We've got a couple. Well, we've got an anniversary today, and then we've got another one coming up soon. So today is the 5-year anniversary of George Floyd's death. May 25th.
Great.
Yeah, lovely, jubbly.
I'm gonna set a car on fire right now.
Yeah.
Burn
and
down.
then
burn something in his honor.
And then the next one that's coming up on is
5 years went.
today.
That 5 years went quick. Jesus.
I know. That's the thing. Now, here's one that'll throw you for a doozy.
That's horseshit. Fucking ridiculous. Oh God. I think we should do. Anyone we should do a stream on this?
I think so. Yeah.
It's 3 days since Harambe. Dicks out for Harambe, everybody. Remember?
May 28th.
9 years. 9-year anniversary. Yeah, big noggin.
9 years.
Knocked the brains right out of his head. You know what the Harambe thing really? Because there was a couple months earlier, there was a Leo the Lion, right? And it was this guy that shot the stupidly. They coaxed the lion out.
Yes.
To a place where they could shoot him, where he got really pissed off. And I remember, I wrote "fuck that lion" on my chat but I had heavy followers at that point. That's before baited. And I heard Real Talk saying, he was like, fuck that lion. There's a million things going on in the world, man. Fuck that fucking lion. And I think Harambe happens about a year later. And that's why people reacted to the way they did. Because I think at some level they were tired of this shit. If anything, that the parents got that big, beautiful animal killed. It makes actually more sense to be mad about the lion, I think. But they couldn't take the chance of this thing either killing the child by accident, or just tearing it apart. You don't know what pisses off an animal. Something seemingly innocent to you might seem very threatening to them. I think there's probably some truth in Harambe was protecting the child. He probably saw it as another monkey. And you protect your young. It's terrible they had to shoot it, but I mean the reaction over it was just like, dicks out for Harambe. Dicks out for Harambe.
And tits out for Harambe.
Tits out for Harambe. Yeah. I'm sure I see your dog whistle. That's not how I meant it. I can see how.
No, he's talking about me because I brought it up.
No, he said because I said little monkey, and I think the child's African American, but I didn't.
No, it was in regards to me because Lynn asked if there was a reason I combined Floyd and Harambe.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's true. She's racist. Got her. Got her. But I really think this is, the poor kid. I mean, he fell. What happened? I forget what he fell in. Let's watch it.
Let's look it up together, Tommy. Come on, let's get a refresher.
The Harambe.
We'll do another
let's watch the Harambe story. It's probably like a 10-minute video we can laugh at. The Harambe death. He shot his brains out of his head. Oh, I love this guy. I bet he claims me though.
It's from a month ago.
It's 15 minutes. Maybe we should do a whole. Maybe we should save this. He's really good.
Could be the after show.
What?
That could be the after show, or we could do it. We could do it on the day of. I think.
Yeah, let's do a quick Harambe. The Harambe, fucking.
God damn.
It's terrible. Did Harambe have to? It's 8 years ago. Did Harambe have to die? HLN. The Tavern was really fucking funny. Harambe's experts
There's a
weigh in on
40-second video
Harambe's.
for the dodo.
These are all fucking Cincinnati Gorillas. Harambe shooting here 18 years ago. How's that possible? What? Wait a minute.
I don't think
Gorillas, Harambe shooting here. Oh, he changed it. They probably changed
it.
it.
The title was probably
They
the title was
changed it.
yeah.
They changed it after the event. The timeline.
What is that video? Hold on.
Oh, let's see this.
Harambe was a 17-year-old, 400-pound silverback gorilla that was shot dead when a child fell into its enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo on May 28th. Witnesses say they heard the child ask if he could go in to swim with the gorillas.
Sure.
And that his mother had said no. However, the 4-year-old managed to get past a 3-foot-tall railing and bushes that were roughly 4 feet wide before falling into the animal enclosure. The child fell a distance of 15 feet into the moat below.
That kid's stupid.
Jesus.
Was filled with water about a foot deep. 3 gorillas were in the enclosure at the time, but zookeepers managed to call 2 of them inside. The executive director of the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens says using a tranquilizer dart on the animal would have made the situation worse, as it would not have taken effect
It would have panicked. Yeah.
quickly enough, and may have agitated the gorilla more. Reports say the child was sitting between the gorilla's legs when officials fatally shot the animal.
It's awful. Oh, Jesus. I heard a story about a Turkish guy or something. They were teasing a tiger and fucking with it.
What the fuck?
It got out and went around the park, found that Pacific person that was teasing him and killed him.
Well, that's justice right there.
I guess.
This goes back to the Hasan stuff, but
I never seen TOS carried out like this. They're banning somebody for covering news. Oh, God, I don't care. With this logic, they should have banned everybody who covered the Trump shooter. She's not wrong. I also assume, no, she's not wrong. And illegally, I also assume they would ban Asmongold because they covered it as well. Well, that's the problem. You guys don't care when it happens to people you disagree with. But she's not wrong. See, that's the thing I can do that most YouTubers can do. I know Casey Tron's a moron. I know she's a fucking problem, more than likely a pro-terrorist supporting douche. But if you say something true, it's fucking true.
Yeah.
Who would win a fight, Tommy? 1,000 gorilla or 3-year-olds?
1,000 3-year-olds or one Harambe?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to do it. Somebody did that game that you can measure the U.S. Army.
Yes.
We'll have to, I can't tell. I can't tell until there. I couldn't tell. I can't kick my mind around it.
I suppose it's out there in the ether, but Creator Clash is delayed. Creator Clash is delayed to a date far in the future. For me, this is a huge bummer, not only because I was bringing out a bunch of my family, but I was losing weight at a lightning clip. I was losing weight at a fucking lightning clip. And I got down as low today, so I suppose it's out there in the ether. But
Dippy dipshit. Talking about animals, Idubbbz have a long neck. What spineless giraffe? He's completely what? I didn't. What was the English there?
Let me see. Talking about animals, Idubbbz have a long ass neck. What a spineless giraffe. He is complete jerk of. I think he's typing like you do. So basically like on the topic of animals, Idubbbz has a long ass neck. What a spineless giraffe he is, a complete jerk off. I think that's gonna be the translation.
All right, this part's sponsored by Grammarly.
Oh my God.
That's what I use.
I'm not going to get mad. What is that you typing out your?
This one's sponsored by
Is that you
Grammarly.
typing out your responses to make sure?
I understand it. What the fuck is Chet Hanks doing? I guess going to Islam. Chet Hanks is wild.
White boy
Religiously ambiguous white boy summer. Ascending. He'd have to jump over the railing there. Oh, God, he's a wild man. White boy summer.
Yeah.
I mean, Chet Hanks is
And
a
I've
riot.
got one more thing pulled up, but yeah.
It's white boy summer. Oh, yeah. I actually sent something. I don't know if it sent out. I thought I responded to it. Hang on. But this is nice. I mean, somebody who's been, I was personally involved in this.
What's up, everybody?
I've never gotten personally involved in anything again.
Everybody. So,
come here, boys. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here.
Oh, you know what?
Grown up.
Here.
Come on, Cody and Emma. Hi.
Come here, Rose. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, get in here. Come on. Down here. Mom's in the front.
We just want you all to know.
Cody's got something to say.
We start a new channel next week.
Leave us alone.
It's all done. It's squashed. Everybody's good.
Hey, Coach, there might be kids watching. Just tell her how you feel. Fuck off. Don't sound like that.
It's all done.
So, like he just said, fuck off.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of a good thing. I thought I responded to this. Or somebody played this. I look, I know what this guy did to his kids was terrible, but I'd much rather see it like this than any other way. And yes, that is Daddy 05. If you guys go way back, I was involved with Rose's father for a little bit, trying to get them to stop fighting back publicly. He listened to nothing I said, fuckhead. And the situation got worse, and then it culminated to the whole Andy War. One of the reasons I don't fucking like Andy Warski. I went on a show and said that, who was that girl? What was her name? The one that was the singer that got him, like, well, she used to make 1 million fucking videos. The Meow Mix chick. We used to play meow 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 meow. What the fuck was her name? And she had done, and I said she would eventually turn on Rose, and I was right. But for some reason, like Metager's crowd wanted to. What the fuck was that broad's name? She made a bazillion videos. That's when I first got on Metager's crosshairs. What the fuck? Agra Levine, Joy Sparkle. There you go.
That crazy.
Yeah, George Sparkle. And I said that Joy Sparkle was berserk and she'd probably eventually turn on him. And I said that, and then it was worse he didn't remember that. And I did talk to the father, but the father continued to kind of fight publicly, and it just made the situation much worse. I was eventually told, but for the next 2 or 3 years, I would get pictures of the kids and see that they were doing better. This was a horrible thing, and treating your family like this and becoming YouTube stars was just like the worst. I would much rather see a situation like this than the way it was. I'm glad everybody can see their kids, and I'm glad those kids were separated from Davy 05. And I'm also glad that, fuck, leave them alone. So as bad as it was, and there's a lot of responsibility to go around, I think the kid sounds exactly the same. As bad as it was, I'm glad it's over. He does sound the same. That kid has been through hell and back. That little redhead boy. So there you go. I'll take calls if you want. So yeah, I'm actually.
Come on in, people.
I'm glad.
Is it open phones, or do you want it?
Man, I just hate to see people. You know what I mean? Sorry, Tommy. This is Dumpy, first time caller, first time listener. Now, I hate to see people talking shit about the Cody guy. You know what I mean? In the comments, it's like this Cody kid, right?
Yeah, the little boy.
He's a big youth. He's a big youth. He's one of the players now, right? He's in the arena, millions of views of video, frying up people. He's basically, you know what I mean?
Cody?
And
really?
Then
he's on YouTube?
No.
What?
No.
What? Really?
No, he's joking.
He's joking? Oh, okay. I don't know. For all I know, you're right.
But yeah, people are calling him like trans. They're saying he's gay. It's like, dude, this he's like 50. How old? I don't even know how old he is. Like, what is this? He's way too comfortable.
The kid has been through hell and back. I know that.
Come on.
And sometimes people have squeaky voices. It happens.
Yeah, look at
like you know.
I know people personally who do that. You know, and they're like hairdressers and shit, and they're not gay.
I think he's 18.
He's 18 now.
18?
Oh my god.
I think so.
I guess they can't say that about him then.
There were some people inside that family that did listen to me, and I think
then that makes sense on how they were all able to meet up.
Rose's father, I think, went online and said he should have listened to me from the jump. But he decided to fight, and the internet did what the internet does. But I'm glad everybody's okay. I'm glad there's no beef. I'm glad there's nothing. The kids look like they're all grown up now. What's the point of fighting?
Exactly.
Mm.
Also, it's good PR for Daddy 05. Amazing.
Is he
PR.
still? He still have a channel? They wiped his channel, didn't they?
Well, the thing is, so he has like one of his other sons, the dude. He's like a rapper or some shit. He is trying to like make content and do stuff on TikTok, and I see his stuff from time to time. But all the comments are like, "You fucking killed Cody in real life," and shit like that. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, this is their way, I guess, of like.
I know Cody was struggling for a few years. I know that for sure. He was definitely he was faux show struggling 100% for a couple of years. So is what it is. It is what it is. What can you do? Anything else?
Crazy era. Well, anything else?
Harambe anniversary coming up.
Harambe. Well, that's next year though, right? Or is that 2015?
No, the 10-year anniversary. Yeah, this is
It's 9 years. It's 9 years this
Harambe.
9 years this in 3 days. Still an anniversary.
3 days.
Oh, when was the last time you nuked somebody? Like last time you had a caller and you're like, "Fuck you," and you press the button.
No.
You still do that or?
Happy.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. That's all we got.
Most recent time now. It's just a couple seconds ago, man.
Mm-hmm. I should mix the technicals video with the thing I just did. I think that would sound.
I think so. That would be good, like epilogue type stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Noise. Let's go, Pats. I'm back. Try to do something tomorrow. Maybe we'll do. I don't know. I want to do love phones. I'm in the mood for it, but I need a love story to start it.
Oh my god!
I know that's the problem.
What's your problem?
Love phones.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. You want to do it tomorrow, Jeannie?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right, love phones tomorrow.
Oh my god!
Provided nothing happens. All right, we'll call it tomorrow.
For this shit.
Call it tomorrow.
I got some shit on Augie.
Probably.
I know some shit about you, dude.
Yeah. Nesquit, Opag, Mrexon, B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Ghost Gaming, Little Manly, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Pun, Taylor D, Tommy C's Cat, Ruby Savage, Picklington, and all that other happy horse shit. Appreciate you. And all that good stuff.
Are you more the EAFC player who likes to build the club, or do you like to do the like I'm the superstar and then you like go through your career? Because I like the superstar shit.
No, I never do superstar. That's something I did like in the old days for the NHL. Never do superstar thing. You know, I did it when I was old enough to play because I always make myself. But now I'm 48. It's like back then, if you're born in 1976, you're 25 in the NHL. So now I'm too embarrassed to do it. Too old to play football. I can't do it. Or hockey.
That's hilarious.
You know, I'm too old to play professional sports. So. Oh, we won a cup yesterday. My team did.
Really?
Yeah, it was great. Ran on the field. Want to see it?
Yeah. I played a little EAFC 24, but I sucked at it. I played on like the easiest difficulty. I got like 9 goals a game. Broke every single record.
There we go. Let's watch the end. That's the 14 minutes thing at the end. Well, I had the whole Twitch Macau there. What happened? Oh, there's a 2-hour one. Yeah, let's go.
4-3. Und auch er ist im Laufe des Spiels reingekommen, hat das super gemacht. Für neue Orientierung gesorgt.
There's Maki.
Und jetzt ist Kio Mozzolo.
All he's got to do is put it away. Oh, by the way, that's a Greek player, and I cannot fucking pronounce his name for the life of me. I want to see if you can. Hold on a second. Tell me if you can
which name is it?
I'll show it to you. You tell me if you can fucking pronounce this guy's name. My wife can do it. I can't.
It's gonna be fucked.
Oh, it's so hard. I can do Afangados. He's another like half Greek, half Croatian player on the team. But this one I cannot do. For the life of me, Luke and Ader. I'll get there. I'll get there. Oh, and this guy. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here it is. Good luck.
Orestis Kiomortzagalo.
You got closer than I did.
Kiomortzoglo. Kiomortzoglo. Go!
He's not Japanese.
He did it.
He's not Japanese.
Fuck. Yeah, I have no idea.
This guy's been a real rock for us. I wonder if he speaks German, actually. By the way, I was on the fucking field. That field was all bumpy and fucked the fuck up because it's a lower league field. Look at him. Yeah, he can't balance it.
Das ist ja schon eine kleine Tiefebene, der Punkt den Elfern. Kurzer Anlauf, trocken und hart rein. 4-4.
4-4.
Yannick Stark ist der Nächste. Aber erst nochmal dieser genauso präzise und schöne Elfmeter von
pretty good fucking uniform. That's pretty cool.
Kiyomotsu.
By the way, we're playing Kessel, and they're a league below us.
34 Jahre inzwischen alt, in Darmstadt geboren.
See this guy right here, a regular goalie, got kicked square in the temple, and he went out with a concussion. This guy hasn't played in 2 years since we got promoted. This Polish guy right here, and he came up big.
Der hat schon eine Menge gesehen, aber der Ball muss zumindest den gekreideten Punkt berühren.
Yeah, they're all having problems balancing the fucking ball. When I was on that field, it was awful. He's rolling back. Look at him. It's fucking funny. This is lower level European football, folks.
Gartenarbeit. Und da rechts, da muss der Gegenfuß
some part of it's got to touch the line.
Zum Schuss.
Yes!
Yannick Stark verschießt. Arthur.
For him to come off the fucking bench and not play in almost 2 years to make a save like that is unbelievable.
Liska hat ihn.
Well, that guy's walking off like there's an explosion behind him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Fuck yeah. Should have played me, bitches. I'm out. By the way, it's his last game, too.
Der erfahrenste, der Mann, der das Spiel hier geprägt hat. Aber das ist halb hoch in Flughöhe. Und dann ist Arthur Liska da. Moritz Floto.
Mo Floto.
Das wäre natürlich jetzt schon eine besondere Situation. Der Kasseler.
Well, really, he didn't have such a super hot season this year, but he's only like 19, so hoping he really puts it together. His next German Harry Kane right here.
Jung gegen sein früheres Team. Super Saison gespielt und den macht er ganz souverän rein. Hessen-Kassel in Zugzwang.
Where am I?
It's a crazy game.
Yeah, it's got. Let's see where I'm sitting over here somewhere. I'm trying to think. I should be standing up. I think it's my fat ass right there. I don't know. Where am I? Because I was sitting over here. Trying to find me. Hold on a second.
Is that you behind the two or the three people in like the two people in the beige? You see the beige and there's a little red shirt.
Oh, there's
right
Tommy
there.
right there. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably I'm up one, yeah. I think that's Tommy right there. Right there.
Die Führung durch Moritz Flotto. Nikos Sografakis. Klasse Spiel gemacht. Alles reingehauen bis hinten hin, aber der muss jetzt treffen. Und er trifft. Aber das Heft des
He's the last one, so all he's got to do,
bei Wien Wiesbaden.
all Wien Wiesbaden's got to do is sink it.
Mit dem letzten Schützen. Mit Emanuel Tafazova.
Imagine he's going to Tassinal. He only stayed with us a year, though. He actually wasn't super nice to my wife.
Ich hab's gesagt, er geht weg. Wohin ist noch nicht klar. Sein Bruder spielt bei Atletico Baleares. Das wär's doch mal. Macht er jetzt hier seinem Team noch das Abschiedsgeschenk in Form des entscheidenden Elfmeters.
They're playing Jenga.
Entscheidung oder Verlängerung. Es ist die Entscheidung. Emanuel Tafazova springt Liska da in die Arme. Wien Wiesbaden hat es doch noch geschafft. 6:5. Im Elfmeterschießen. Ja, viel mehr Drama geht ja kaum. Aber den macht er da.
You know, that number 4 right there. My buddy, Rafa, was there. He supposedly said in German, we deserve to lose, but I'll take it. This team actually played out of their mind. And they're not, those guys got jobs. They're not 100% full-time. Our guys are full-time.
Großartig rein. Und natürlich kommen die da jetzt alle überglücklich nach einem Nervenspiel. Nach einer spannenden 90-minütigen Partie und nach einem dramatischen Elfmeterschießen aufs Feld. Ist auch alles in Ordnung, alles vorbereitet. Und Hoppe in seinem letzten Spiel, genauso wie Tafazova, gehen mit dem Pokaltriumph nach einer schweren Partie.
What's that?
You rushed the field.
Yeah.
Den Drittligisten.
I did. I waited till they opened the gates. I didn't climb over that like a jack.
Fantastisch mithaltende Mannschaft.
Yeah, I think that might be Tommy running
vom
over there.
KSV Hessen-Kassel.
It means a lot to these people. They all grew up in a village, and the agony of defeat right here. I really did feel bad for these guys. The team played a lot better than they should have, and we probably should have lost.
Frustriert. Ihr Team hat so toll aufgetrumpft hier und so super gespielt. Sie hatten ihre Chancen, zweimal Dahlke.
The last time this happened, I saw somebody fall on their ass that was like a lot thinner than I was. I'm like, I ain't doing that. Fuck that shit.
Zweimal hoch.
You know.
Einmal Nadja, aber es bleibt bei einem Tor aus dem Spiel und einem Elfmeter zu wenig. Ausgerechnet einer der stärksten, Yannick Stark, verschießt hier vom Punkt.
That first professional award.
Ja, die Spieler gar nicht so euphorisch und dann durch.
See our guys consoling the other players. It's good guys.
Aus abgekämpft, denn das war ja wirklich ein sehr intensives, ein sehr zähes und schwieriges Spiel für Wien Wiesbaden, die sich hier jetzt freuen dürfen über den Pokalgewinn. Es ist der 8. Hessen-Pokal in der Vereinsgeschichte. Glückwunsch.
All these people are from a small German village called Tannerstein. And what happened was that Tannerstein was not supposed to get out of the league. Some towns are just too little, you know. But they had such a dedication to football, they managed to get these guys to the second league in 2007, which basically started their professional team. And they've been kind of bouncing up and down the first and the third and second league ever since. But they had to move the club to Wiesbaden because they can't have a professional club in Europe, or excuse me, in this tiny town. So you had to move it to a major city, and Wiesbaden's kind of a hoity-toity, nose in the air club, and they. I'm looking for me actually. Let's see. I was probably running around with Tommy. And they resent the fact that the club's in Wiesbaden. They changed the colors. They changed their badge. So it's kind of a weird thing where you have sort of the filthy casual fans, which there's not enough of them because there's not a lot of working class people in this town. And this is a working class game. Sorry, America. It's not for soccer. Soccer moms is not a thing over here, thankfully. And it's split between this village that is just so dedicated to this club, but they don't have enough people to really fill the stadium, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so it is, but it is an interesting club, and I do like being a part of it. And, it's a big part of our family. My wife got hooked on it too. We know the guys, we see them around town, and yeah, I feel this. I feel the way I feel about Wiesbaden is the same way I feel about the Yankees and the Rangers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I do. I feel I'm totally dedicated to this team. Not in an ultra way, because those guys are assholes.
Yeah.
But that's not me. Oh, that's what I thought. I have my Hollabach jersey on. But you see your kid kind of thing. Did you enjoy the Celtic result? All right, here's. I was happy for Aberdeen, so there you go. I mean, it's well, you know what I'm happy about. It's you're the underdog, and we were not the underdogs in this match. Okay, so I was glad the football gods saw to it that at least one team that was favored. I think the other team, the championship final for the second league in England, I think they had a bit of an upset too.
Oh yeah.
I could totally imagine Ultra Tommy throwing break. No, I'm not a big fan of Ultras. I think they go too far. You want to hear something funny about happened to us? You remember last year when we got relegated, right? I remember when I came back to the Glory Hunters, everybody got real quiet. I thought they were going to make fun of me, but they couldn't believe it because it was such a bizarre collapse, you know? Yeah. And two guys jumped over the thing and they started charging, just two of them. And then they saw those fucking cops and went the other way. So I don't know, like our fans are country people, you know, that come to the city. And they kept on having support for the guys that got banned for life, right? And they had these signs, bring back free so-and-so, right? You know, free so-and-so, blah, blah. It turns out that they were the Regensburg anti-Regensburg fans. They were ultras from another club, whoever the rivalry is between Regensburg, the team that beat us. And they jumped over the thing. And so they were doing support for a bunch of ultras that weren't our ultras.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then they have
that's dedication to hate it.
Yeah, I know, that's dedication to hate, you know. And the thing that's so stupid to me, you know. And another thing is our ultras get abused too because we're owned by Brita, which comes from Tannerstein. Yeah. If you have Brita, you know, like, you know, you can see this right here. This is a cool jersey. It's the water jersey. So because Britta owns us, the Ultras have friendships and alliances. They don't want to have any alliances with us because we're corporate sellouts. Even though this is a humble team with humble beginnings, and the guy that put money into it, started a business and it got real big and he dumped some of it. Now we're corporate sellouts. So yeah, it's just such a dumb thing. Ever see a movie called Ultras? I'm not a big fan. You see Stritzel right there, right? Check it out. Look at his head. He got kicked right in the head. That's the normal goalie in this game. Look at that shit right in the center of his foot. He got out cold.
He got that dent, yeah.
Yeah, he got hit hard. That's I think they're probably gonna fire him. I don't know if this saves his job or not, but he had a really disappointing season. This saved our season because we got a really rough season, and then we got eliminated from Deutsche Pokal from Mainz first round, which admittedly was expected, but we had the game in our midst.
In our grubby little paws. I'm a huge American football nerd. I don't know if you were ever into that. But
American football? No, never.
Really?
No.
That's surprising. That's surprising. I would have never thought that.
Never liked the game.
Never liked the game.
Never liked the game. And not only that, it's even worse. My grandparents knew George Young, who was the general manager of the New York Giants, and I met Lawrence Taylor and Phil Simms and all those guys, and it really didn't have the impact. It was nice to meet those guys. Don't get me wrong, but it had no impact on me whatsoever at all. I didn't care.
Yeah,
it was weird like that. I always liked goal. I'm a hockey guy. I like games with goals. I like games with creativity. Basketball has a lot of creativity, like to juke somebody out of their position or something like that. But it's just too compact, and you have to be tall to play. Whereas football, you only have to be tall to play goalie. But I love passing in all sports, and it's my favorite part of all sports and play creation. The best sports to get that from are hockey and soccer. Everybody looks so German. Yeah, they're all from Village, not even from Wiesbaden. Mostly, I'm from Wiesbaden, but they had to move it, so they called it Wehen Wiesbaden because they had a Wehen Tannenstein. And when they sing their songs, well, he could. Oh, Jesus Christ! Right on the noggin there, huh?
Yeah, he's got Meg going on.
He'll probably go to. There they go. No, I didn't do that. I waited till they open the fucking doors. Look at these guys.
Yeah, holy shit, dude. Like, what if you got your nuts stuck on that?
Yeah, I don't need that. The other thing is, we had the semifinals in this place too. This is in Frankfurt. There's a guy that fell right there. It was pretty electric. And Rafa drove us home too. And we took the bus there. And Rafa drove us home. Well, there you go. That's the end of the show. I still can't say this bastard's name. I hope he stays with us though. He's pretty good. But it was fun stuff. I'll see you guys in the after show if you want to come in and watch. Actually, now I'm in the mood for crime.
Awesome.
Now I'm in the mood for crime.
I'll have to find something.
I'm bad about it. All right. I'll do that, and then I'll call in Augie afterwards, and then we'll call it a night.
Did Augie throw up on stream or some shit?
I don't know. I haven't really paid it. I've been doing my own thing all weekend.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I did the night shift, and then you do the night shift for fucking 12-hour stream, and all these retards in Augie's chat are like, we'd rather listen to them sleep. You know why? They don't want to hear me talk because they want to pretend that they're in the bed with Connor and Augie.
That's probably
sick.
What it is.
They have this sick little cult of people in there. They're wine moms. They're 40 years old. They're divorced, and they want to just think that they're cuddling up with them. It's disgusting.
Gross. I'll see you all in the after show. Peace.